Hi guys, I'm a little bit late to the game with these videos, but today I'm going to share with you my favorites and most used makeup products for 2021. Welcome to my channel where I like to share all things beauty and lifestyle aimed at the more mature woman as I navigate my more mature years. If that sounds like content that you would like to see on a regular basis, please consider subscribing by clicking on my subscribe button down below. I do upload videos on a weekly basis and I would love to see you back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my most used, my most loved makeup items for 2021. A lot of them won't be new to you if you do watch my channel, and some of them are not new products to last year. They're just products that I reach for all the time and use regularly. So I'll try and keep it in the order of how I apply my makeup. There will be a second video on hair care and skin care. I didn't want to make a very long video, and whilst I'm able to try and get some videos filmed in between chemo treatments, I thought breaking them up into smaller videos would be a much more common sense way of doing it. Now this video is only going to entail my makeup favorites excluding eyeshadow palettes. I tried, I believe, 20 eyeshadow palettes in 2021, and I know some people tried a hell of a lot more, but 20 is still a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I am going to rank those all for you in a separate video. Let's get into these beauty favorites. Starting off with a primer that I did discover last year and has made it to my top 3 primers is the One Size Beauty Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. It's a beautiful lotion primer. I really like it on my oily combo skin. I do get more longevity out of my makeup when I use a primer. It just doesn't seem to slide off as much as opposed to if I do not use a primer, and this one has definitely been a fave in 2021. If it is going to be a warm, muggy day and I feel that I'm going to get very oily during the day, my favourite one for oily skin is this Shiseido Waso primer. It is the Poreless Matte Primer, and it is by far the best mattifying primer that I have used. Once again, it's a lotion style. I use it just in my T-zone, and it is brilliant at keeping the shine at bay. And of course, a primer that I think will always be in my rotation of favourites is my Tatcha Silk Canvas, the original sort of putty primer. I really like this for smoothing my skin and just being a lovely prep for my foundation. I haven't tried the fluid version of this because the more I hear reviews, I think it's more designed for a more normal to dry skin because a lot of people say it's hydrating. So for my oily combo skin, this is the perfect match for me. A foundation that was definitely top of my list and one of my, or the favorite, I kept trying to pick what was my number 1 foundation for last year. So for most of last year, if I wanted to be guaranteed a beautiful skin for my mature skin, my oily combo skin, it was the Lamour, the Soft Fluid Longwear foundation. Now it is a pricey foundation, but I love it on my skin, and even though it is an expensive foundation, it is one that I will repurchase. It is just a guaranteed good makeup look, so it's the one I reach for when I'm going out, and it is just guaranteed to give me a great makeup day, makeup look. So the Lamour Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation was definitely up there, and the shade I have is 310 Beige. Now, right at the end of the year, I discovered another foundation that is a foundation I have really been looking for. This is up there in definitely my top foundations. Love the Lamour, and then this one's come along and it's right up there, and maybe just a little bit better. I'm going to have to really try them together to see which one I like the most. But at the end of the year, I purchased the Lisa Eldridge, the foundation. Everything about this is gorgeous. The packaging, the presentation, the bottle is so unique that it lays flat on your vanity rather than upright. I took a gamble in trying to get my foundation match, and I think I did really well. I'm wearing it today and I've got the shade 11. I am going to get another shade and try maybe something just a little bit deeper. We will see, but I feel this is a really, really good match for me. The shades that I want to try in the sample cards are all out of stock, but I will get another bottle of this. I will repurchase this, same as I will always repurchase the Lamour. This is a foundation I will repurchase. I just really love it on my skin. I love the satin finish. It's not too matte. I don't like a foundation that's too dewy, because I just feel sometimes glowy and luminous on me just reminds me of those horrible oily days that for me doesn't impart a good skin makeup day. So loving this foundation. I haven't worn it a ton, but when you try a product and you know you are going to love it and it's going to be in your top staples, you know, and this is one of those products. Absolutely love it. Definitely a repurchase. I did get that with a couple of lip products. I'm wearing one at the moment. I'm wearing the Kitten Mischief lipstick. If you would like a dedicated video on the foundation, let me know in the comments below and I'll try and do an application, you know, half face, showing the difference, because it's a good medium plus coverage. It's doesn't cover all my pigmentation, but I wouldn't want that. It would be too cakey. It's just a really beautiful finish. So if you would like to see a separate video, just let me know down in the comments below. Concealers, I'm going to mention four, because for different reasons. On a light coverage day, I really enjoy the Sicily Eye Contour or Eye Concealer with botanical extracts, and I have mine in the shade 2 because it's got quite a peachy undertone. And for covering those dark colouring under the eye, the peachy tone is just a really nice light way of concealing that discoloration. It's light, it's hydrating, it's great for a mature under eye, and that is the concealer I like to reach for when I don't want a full-on heavy concealer. When I did want something more full coverage, for most of last year I was using the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. And when I first got this, I hated it, but it was because I was using way too much. So now when I use it, I just put a dot in the corner, a dot out here, and I do blend it with either my finger, with the warmth of my finger, or a damp beauty blender. When I started using less, it was much better for my mature under eyes. If you use too much, it will look cakey, but it is a full coverage and it is a beautiful for the under eye and concealing. So that is what I used for the majority of the year. Then at the end of the year, I got 2 concealers that I think will replace the Pat McGrath. I think these will replace, and that is the Cosus Revealer Concealer in 04N. This is a really hydrating, full coverage concealer. I still need to get my colours right, but I have been mixing these two a little bit. So this is quite a yellow based concealer, very hydrating, very full coverage. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer, I got this in the shade 11. I wanted it a little bit more to my skin tone. So that one's not as yellow, but it is full coverage again and blends beautifully with a beauty blender. Now I'll just compare it to my Pat McGrath one I've got, which is an LM10. So they're all 3 different colours. I do mix and match them. So Pat McGrath LM10, the Anastasia 11, and the Cosus 04N up the top here. For an affordable weekend base that I really enjoyed last year, and this is a definite repurchase for me, but this has been amazing to wear on weekends and days where I don't want to wear a full face, but just maybe a bit of gloss, bit of eyeliner, bit of lashes. And it's the Maybelline Dream Matte BB Cream. It's a skin perfecting beauty balm and mattifier, and I really enjoy this and has become my go-to on weekends. It does have an SPF 15. That means nothing to me. I still wear my sunscreen on a daily basis. I have mine in the shade 04 medium light or light medium, and this also has salicylic acid in it as well, which is really good for my normal combo oily skin. So really enjoy that, and it's nice to have an affordable option in my plethora of luxury products. When it comes to setting powders, the go-to for me is definitely my Huda Beauty Pound Cake. This is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. My colour that I have is Pound Cake, and I absolutely love this. Is my go-to. I've gone through multiple containers of this, and I will continue to do so because by far it is the best setting powder that I have used. It's finely milled, it sets my makeup to a flawless finish, and it doesn't look cakey. A new powder that I tried towards the end of last year and I do really enjoy. I don't know if I enjoy it more than my Huda Beauty. I need to play with it more, try it with more different foundations that I have. I do know that the Huda Beauty goes with every foundation that I have, but a new addition that I have tried is the Nakia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. Nakia has got oily skin, and she designed this powder with that in mind. It is a beautiful setting powder, and it is a powder that I will repurchase, and it's nice to know that I have a couple of really good go-tos in the powder department. It is really important to me when it comes to powders that it does take the shine down on my skin. It smooths out my skin, giving me a more flawless finish, and I just really like those two for that. Okay, now going into face palettes, I'm going to start with the fact that at the end of last year, Hourglass Ambient palettes are always going to be favourites for me. I absolutely love them. Now I picked up both of the releases at the end of last year and I love these. The first one I have is the lighter one, which is Ambient Lighting Edit Universe. I have used every shade in this palette. I've been using this finishing powder here for setting under my eyes, so it's nice to know that I am going to use every shade in this palette. Then I also got the deeper one, which is the Ambient Lighting Edit Universe Unlocked with the deeper shades. The only shade I'm not sure if I'll get a lot of use out of is this finishing powder here. I find the finishing powders in the Hourglass are great if they're light enough for me to use under my eyes, but if I use them all over my face, I do get that luminous, oily glow that I'm not a fan of, so may not get to use that, but these colours here are divine. And of course, because I was enjoying them so much, I pulled out my other two, and I haven't been wearing really since the release of those Hourglass Edit palettes. I haven't been using any other blushes or bronzers on my face except the Hourglass Edit palettes, these four. I've just been having them sit on my vanity, and they are my go-to for my blushes and my under eye setting and my bronzers. So that is what has been getting used consistently since getting the latest two editions. Two other face palettes that were absolute hits for me during the year. The first one being the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a palette. I got mine in the shade Pretty Blushed. I love these palettes. I absolutely adore all of my Charlotte Tilbury palettes, but this one is just mwah, so gorgeous, and I have had so much use out of it. I love these easy palettes to grab. You go away for a weekend, you chuck that in with a lip gloss, a lip pencil, eyeliner, and you're good to go. Absolutely love this, and I have used it a ton. It is the most beautiful ethereal palette. It doesn't matter how I wear it or where I wear it, I always feel really polished and put together and not overdone, but just pretty. So the Pretty Blush palette I absolutely adored. Now towards the end of the year, I fell in love with this palette, absolutely. Out of the two that were released, this is my favourite, but the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette in Light, I love this. I love the blush, I love the highlighter, love the eyeshadows in here. They are just gorgeous colours. Loved it so much I picked up the deep version of this as well, but this is by far my favourite, the light, that I did buy a backup. So I have a backup in my bottom drawer because in the past I have fallen in love with palettes like this, and when they are no longer available because they were limited edition, I've been really gutted when I've run out and I haven't been able to find anything similar. So I did buy a backup for this because I know I am going to use it on a regular basis and I will run out of this, and having a backup will be quite nice. Now I did get the deep as well, as I said, but I do prefer the light by far, but combined together they work really, really well. So I'm really happy with those releases last year. Prior to the Hourglass Edit palettes coming out, my go-to bronzer, now this is no longer available. I would be wrong for me not to mention it because it is the bronzer that I wear on an everyday basis, and it is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze Tantastic. The brand has finished its partnership with the company that was producing the Marc Jacobs makeup. He is looking for another partner, so I believe he will be coming out with makeup again. I just don't know when or who that will be with. But as the brand was winding down, you could get these products super cheap as all the stock was running low. So I did grab a backup because it has been for a very long time my most favorite bronzer. This is my second one, and I've hit pan on this already, so I do have a backup of that in my stash, and I didn't mind buying it when I got it at 60% off. So it's a huge pan of bronzer and I will have it for a very long time. When it comes to setting my eyes in preparation for doing an eye look, my go-to for most of the year, probably at the beginning of the year, was the Anastasia Eye Primer. And I do like it, but it is very opaque, pale and quite thick, but it is a very good primer. But what I have defaulted to for most of the year is my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Light 3 Honey, and I've just been using this. It is very similar, I would say, to using a MAC paint pot, but I never enjoyed the MAC paint pots. I found them very drying on my mature skin, and I found it actually accentuated any texture I had on my eyelids and just was not flattering on my mature eyes. This is matte, but it's not drying, and is a great base for using on eyeshadows as a base, and really enjoy it. Towards the end of the year, I did pick up another product, and I really enjoy this as well. And once I've probably finished with the soft matte concealer, I probably would repurchase it again as an eye primer, because it takes so long to get through it and is quite a good price. But another one that I really discovered and enjoyed this year was the Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep and Set. Now I have mine in the shade Light, and I really enjoy both these shades for setting my eye for shadow. I did try it for using under the eye, and it wasn't that great for me with my mature eyes, but this powder here is actually really nice for setting the under eye as well as for setting the lid prior to eyeshadow as well. So that was a really great discovery towards the end of last year. My most favorite highlighter of the year is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow highlighter. This is stunning. I love a highlighter. I enjoy a little bit of glow. I don't like the glow down my T-zone, but I do like it on my cheeks and other strategic places. And for a mature skin, this highlighter is just gorgeous. Now there is only one other highlighter that I think may be a little bit better than that, but it is also by Natasha Denona, and it is actually the highlighter in this Light Glam face palette. So I was enjoying this from the day I got it, but this one here just pipped it just a little bit more. But I love both of those highlighters, and they are by far my favorite. Two items that I swear by and will always be in my collection, and one is an eyelash serum, and that is the Flash Lash. The reason I love this, I've liked most of the eyelash serums that I have used in the past, but they're very expensive. This is a quarter of the price of some of the serums I have tried, especially New Lash. New Lash is very expensive, This is a quarter of the price of that and about half the price of my Grande Lash. So I love the fact that this is affordable, it's easy to obtain, and it really has helped my lashes grow. I'm wearing falsies at the moment, but this has been a godsend in helping my lashes grow. Now, a product that I have not talked about yet, and I wanted to do a video for you guys, but I wanted to test this product out first. Now, I did test it out and I love it, but it's so good that the effects of this product are still in motion at the moment, and I think by the time I would be able to refilm a video, I am actually not going to have any natural lashes. My hair is definitely coming out in clumps today, and I think I've only got a few days left of having hair before I lose it to the chemotherapy. So I don't think my eyelashes are going to be far behind it. But I discovered this product called Diablo Lash Lift. Now, I got the kit, the whole kit for doing basically an eyelash perm. It comes with a lash comb, lift pads, the different pads that you use depending on the lift you want. You have your perm solution, fix and nourish, and a all the bits and pieces you need to basically perm your lashes. Now, I did do a trial run. I wanted to do a trial run before I filmed a video for you guys, and this is before I knew I was going to be having chemotherapy and thought I would have time for the lashes to sort of drop and I could redo them. But they've lasted weeks in a curled position. I am very unfortunate that I have poker straight short lashes. So with the help of my lash serum and growing my lashes a little bit, I have never been able to hold a curl when I curl my lashes, and that's whether I use a waterproof mascara, I use a heated curling wand to curl my lashes. It doesn't matter what I use. I can curl my lashes, pop on mascara, and within half an hour they're poker straight again. This little system is amazing, and I'm going to put a wee clip up here because when I did them I took a picture with one eye permed and one eye not, and it's significant the difference. And that curl in that photo is still on my natural lashes, and this is easily 6-7 weeks ago. So highly recommend this. As I said, I'd love to do a video. I don't think I'm going to get the chance anytime soon, because as I said, my lashes are still curled from when I've done this, and I think I'm going to lose my lashes before I get the chance to show you. Just know, I think this is amazing. When I do have the chance to regrow my lashes and get them back to a lovely length again, I will film perming them again and showing how this product works. But I highly recommend this product if you have trouble with straight lashes. It's easy to use, and I probably didn't do the greatest job on the first eye. I did an awesome job on this eye, but with practice I can just see it being it is something I am going to keep repurchasing because it did such an amazing job. And I know that was a really long but it really is incredible, and it was a game changer for me because I felt that if I could keep the lash serum going and with the curl, I was happy to just wear a little bit of mascara on the weekends and a bit of eyeliner, and I was good to go, and that says a lot from my point of view. I don't think you're going to be any stranger to the fact that my favourite lash glue is the Kiss Lash Glue Liner. This stuff is amazeballs. I've finished two actually. I think this is my second one, and I have a new one ready to go. So that's going to be a godsend when I do have no lashes and am wanting to wear falsies on a daily basis. A product that I absolutely love and will repurchase for sure is from Pat McGrath Labs, and it's the Intensifies Artistry Wand. Now, if you are a person who likes your shimmery, metallic, glittery eyeshadows, this is a godsend. Now, someone has told me about a dupe that is just as good as this, but I have not tried it yet. But this, for me, is by far an absolute winner. I love my shimmery, glittery eyeshadows, and this has been just incredible in helping the intensity of those shimmers, helping them to stay on my eyes and not end up down my cheeks. Absolutely love it, and will be a definite repurchase. When it comes to brows, my best find during the year is the Huda Beauty Bomb Brows. This is an amazing little pencil. It has the most teeny pencil tip on it, and you get the most beautiful hair-like strokes. The colour I've got's in 5 medium brown. The only thing is I go through it really quickly. So what I try to do is I use it to line my brow, do some hairs in the front, and trace the outline of where I will fill in with powder. Now, I don't know if you can still get this, but my go-to eyebrow powder is the Kat Von D Brow Struck powder. I really liked this. It had a little bit of shimmer in it. My colour that I use all the time is taupe. I do have every colour in it in my drawer because I loved it so much, but I don't think you can get it. But I love this pencil, and if I didn't go through it so much, it would be the only brow product that I would use in my brows. It is amazing, and for someone, if you don't have brows and you want a really fine pencil that can give you hair-like little strokes, this is a winner. Lip liners, by far my favourite lip liner of the year, came from Huda Beauty. These are the Lip Contour 2.0. I have 3 colours. My 2 favourites are Honey Beige, which is the one I probably wear on a daily basis. Then I like Sandy Beige, it's a little bit deeper. I got Pinky Brown, but it's probably a little bit pinky, but it would be great for when I'm wearing just a nude lip gloss. Love these lip liners. Plan on having all of the shades in my collection, and I are a definite repurchase. Absolutely love them. When it comes to my favourite lipstick of the year, by far it has to be the L'Oreal Colour Riche Shine lipsticks. I love these. I think these are the best mature, friendly, shiny lipstick out there. Now, they are drugstore in America, but in New Zealand they're still pricey. These are, given they're probably 2/3 of a price of a high-end lipstick. Like, I know when I go to Hawaii I can spend $7 US on them. Here in New Zealand they're $30. So for me that's not an affordable cheap lipstick, especially when Sephora have sales and I can get a Huda Beauty lipstick or a Natasha Denona lipstick with the discount for the same price. So they're not cheap from New Zealand, but still cheaper than your high-end luxury lipsticks. I have 5 shades and I just love these. They give you juicy lips, they're hydrating, they are just really beautiful. Okay, down to eyeliners. I had 2 eyeliners that I really liked during the year. I discovered the Patrick Tar eyeliners, and these were the Precision Gel Liners. I have 2 shades, one in rich brown and deep bronze. They are beautiful. The only reason they're going to be pipped by the next eyeliners I show you is that they're very, very soft. And so I can't see them lasting very long. So they go down very, very quickly. They're soft. I just think I'm going to run out of them very, very quickly. And for the price, I'm just not sure. But they are beautiful. The colours are beautiful. They last really well on the waterline. Easy to apply, glide on, beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Just don't know if I want to keep repurchasing them. It's a little bit like the Huda Beauty brow pencil. I will keep repurchasing the brow pencil from Huda because I don't think there's anything out there better. I really like the Patrick Tar eyeliners, but I don't want to keep repurchasing them because I do think there's other pencils out there that are just as good that I probably won't go through as often. So the next eyeliners that I have fallen in love with are the Wayne Goss Essential Eye Kohl pencils. These are beautiful and I think they're actually really well priced. Whereas the Patrick Tars are a mechanical winder. These are sharpen pencils, but they are beautiful. I have 4 shades and I think I'm missing one. I have Rich Hazel, Deep Amethyst, Tiger's Eye and Copper Flame. So Copper Flame, Rich Hazel, and I haven't got the Deep Amethyst here, I couldn't find it, and Tiger's Eye. And I will eventually add most of these pencils to my collection because they just go so beautifully in the waterline. No tugging, no pulling, and they are just really, really beautiful on the eye. I would be remiss in doing a favourites video if I didn't mention some brushes that I discovered during the year. Now, the first brush set that I got, actually I got at the end of last year, but it is a beautiful brush set, and it is by MORPHE, and it is by the makeup artist ARIEL. And I had been humming and hawing about this set, and I don't think I have all of the brushes here, but these brushes, I got the whole set for a really reasonable price. I'll leave the price on the screen here. These are so soft and beautiful, and you've got a brush for every occasion. I got the full set. You can get the full set, you can get an eye set. I got the full set and I am so happy I did. They are the softest, most beautiful makeup brushes, I think, for the price, and highly recommend them if you are able to get your hands on them. I also really love Sephora Pro makeup brushes. Now, whenever there is a sale on Sephora, every now and then they will have on the Sephora New Zealand website in their sales section a few makeup brushes, and if ever I see Sephora Pro brushes, I just nab them because when they are half price, these are incredible makeup brushes to use, and I just really appreciate them in my makeup collection. So I just buy whatever's on sale at any given time and just keep adding them to my collection. I did discover this year Rephr brushes, and I am really happy and thankful to all you lovely ladies out there who kept reminding me I did need to add them to my collection. And I have added quite a few because they had a few sales before the end of last year. So the last two brushes that I did purchase at the end of last year before Christmas were two cheap brushes. I've got the Rephr 18 and the 05, and I have also picked up quite a few eyeshadow brushes which I am really enjoying. So thank you to you guys for giving me the wee push and the nod every now and then to try these brushes, the Rephr brushes, because I am really enjoying them. They take a very long time to get here though, a good 8 weeks before I get the goodies here in New Zealand. Everything is taking so long. It's just insane. Even from Australia, things are taking an extremely long time. But definitely for me, my affordable buy for the year for brushes are these Morphe brushes. Last but not least, I'm just going to touch on my favourite fragrances for the year. I don't have a huge fragrance collection. I wish I did. I love fragrance, but unfortunately I have expensive taste, so I just have a small collection of fragrances I really love. So here they are. For a sensual, beautiful winter fragrance and a sexy night out, I really like my Tom Ford Noir fragrance. I'm not very good on my notes and things like that, but it is a very, I think it's a sensual, sexy scent. Another Tom Ford fragrance that I like, and this is my summer, pretty summery vibe, and it is the Tom Ford White Patchouli, and this is just a beautiful florally, it's just divine, and for me this screams spring summer, and this is definitely a eveningy, more wintry autumn fragrance. And then another fragrance I really like, and I am dying, this is so beautiful, I am dying to try this in a diffuser for my home, but the price keeps putting me off. But I would really love to have a diffuser of this fragrance, and it is the Jo Malone Pomegranate Noir. This is awesome and is just so pretty, and I am going to get another bottle of this because it is really, really pretty. It's a floral, but it's got a bit of spice to it, and I can just, actually I'm thinking when I'm really feeling crap and lying on the couch not feeling very well, I'm feeling really sorry for myself after chemo, I think the diffuser might be a beautiful thing to have in the house to lift my spirits actually after smelling that again. I haven't worn it for a wee while, and I think having my family room smell like that would actually be a beautiful thing, so I might need to treat myself. And two fragrances, well 4 fragrances actually, that I have been wearing on the daily, and I've had to change up how I wear these now. With my spray fragrances, seeing as I'm having chemo, I can't put anything with fragrance on my skin. So with fragrances I can at least spray my clothing to smell beautiful. With these rollerballs I can't put them on my skin, and what I've been doing is rolling them on to my undergarments to sort of flavour my undergarments with the scent. But these are from Huda Beauty's Kayali range, and they are the double-ended rollerballs, and I have the White Flower 57 Deja Vu, Amber 23 Invite Only, Vanilla Cocoa 21, and Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. I love all 4 of these. I love the rollables, and when prior to having chemotherapy and being able to pop them on my pulse points was perfect. Can chuck them in your handbag and top up during the day. The price of these is incredible and I absolutely love them. I am definitely going to buy the spray version of these fragrances, but I am not going to get the big bottles. I'm going to wait. Every now and then they bring out like little sets of smaller sprays, and there's usually 2 in a box, sometimes 4. I'm going to wait for that sort of release to try these in spray form. But I highly recommend these rollables. Really enjoy these. I think they're very affordable, great way to try out the fragrance line, and I will definitely be repurchasing those. Okay guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me for my makeup favorites for 2021. Don't forget to keep an eye out for my rankings of my eyeshadow palettes. I think I've got 20 eyeshadow palettes that I need to rank that I tried last year. I think that's going to be tough, but that video is coming up very soon. My next video is my skincare and hair care favorites of 2021. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy that. Let me know if any favorites of yours are amongst that collection. Thanks for joining me guys. I really appreciate you tuning in and watching my video. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. See you later guys. Bye.